are here today on the margins of the 8th edition of the Black Sea and Balkan Security Forum, which is one of the most relevant debating platforms in the region dedicated to security studies, international relations and defense matters. Here today with me, we have Lieutenant General Ben Hodges, a distinguished member of New Strategy Center's International Consultative Board and the former Commanding General of the United States Army in Europe. I'm Sergiu Mitrescu and I'm the Program Director of New Strategy Center. General, without further ado, given your experience as Commanding General and your intimate relationship with the Black Sea region, what are the two main challenges that NATO countries face today in the region?
So the biggest challenge we have is a recognition of the strategic importance of the Black Sea region. For too long, the Black Sea on everybody's map has been down in the bottom right-hand corner. If you move the Black Sea to the middle of the map, then you immediately can see how strategically important it is for east-west between Europe and Eurasia, north-south, because of how Russia looks at the Black Sea, the economic importance of the region. I mean, it really is such an important place, but it has not received consistent, sustained strategic interest by the United States, by NATO. So that's the biggest challenge right there. If we had that recognition, then all of the allied nations around it, plus partners, would dwarf Russia. But instead, we're so concerned about provoking Russia that we have not defended the interests. The second challenge, of course, is connected to the first. Because we have not appreciated the importance of the Black Sea region, we have also failed, I think, we the West, and particularly the United States, to have a strong, healthy relationship with Turkey. For Turkey, where they sit on the map on the Black Sea is obviously important to NATO. That's why Turkey has been a member of NATO since 1952. There's been a NATO headquarters in Izmir since 1952. That's longer than anywhere else in NATO except for Naples. But our Turkish allies have real security concerns about, to their south, to their east, in the Balkans, not only Russia. And so I think a good strategy for the Black Sea region would include a Turkey-USA 2.0. We have to fix this relationship. I don't excuse many bad decisions by the Turkish government. I don't excuse how they mistreat journalists there. But that map is never going to change. And I think most of our Turkish friends know that their best economic future is with the West. But we have to respect their concerns, all the way around Turkey.
You spoke, in the beginning of your intervention, you spoke about the lack of strategic visibility of the Black Sea, and then some of it is, of course, due to the fact that the Black Sea never had a unified voice to promote littoral states' interests, like the Baltics did. What, in your opinion, can NATO littoral countries do to better enhance their cooperation in the Black Sea?
That's an excellent question. You're right. Our Baltic allies have, in Washington and in Brussels and in other capitals, always managed to put their voices together to attract attention to why it matters. And that has never happened in the Black Sea. I think part of it is because in Ankara, they see themselves as the leader of the Black Sea region, and that they don't want external NATO help coming in there. And so that tends to, I think, limit the voice of nations of the Black Sea. This is also why the United States has put so much emphasis on Romania. Geographically, it's ideal location for land power and air power, very good host nation support, and it also, next to Constanta, if we have an effective east-west strategy for the Black Sea region, with Georgia on one end and Constanta on the other, I mean, Constanta could benefit so much. The whole Danube River then would be under a lot more pressure to grow and improve. This is where I think if we could attract attention to the economic potential of the Black Sea, where everybody would benefit from it, that would help draw attention. That would draw more attention in Washington, in Brussels, and other places to the Black Sea region. But of course, the Russians know that also. That's why they are doing everything they can in Georgia to ruin Georgia's Western integration. That's why the Russians are doing everything that they can in the Balkan region to undermine Western integration efforts by some of the Western Balkan countries. And then, of course, Hungary. You've got a government there that is as they proudly describe themselves, illiberal democracy. So these are all challenges with Russian support that make it difficult for us to have a coherent strategy, and also makes it difficult for the region to have a coherent voice. And then, of course, you have this enormous war in Ukraine that a democratic country, not a perfect country, but a democratic country, is fighting for their survival. And we, the West, led by the United States, have not done enough. We haven't even said we want Ukraine to win. So until we can fix that and help Ukraine defeat Russia, all these other problems in the Black Sea region are going to continue.
Well, thank you for your answer. And if you allow me to, I would like to ask one last question. You spoke about the Black Sea economic potential, and a big part in that is making sure that the Black Sea is free and secure. And a big part of that in itself is placing indigenous defense capabilities belonging to NATO littoral states who can deter acts of aggression and ensure freedom of navigation. What should be the defense priorities of NATO littoral states in the Black Sea in terms of acquisitions?
Well, of course, number one is the Black Sea itself, making sure that there is freedom of navigation for everyone on the Black Sea in accordance with international law. That means you have to have maritime capability, air power, and you have to have visibility of everything on the Black Sea. So there's the Turkish, Romanian, and Bulgarian Navy, obviously, and then cooperating with Georgia and Ukraine. And eventually one day, after Russia is defeated and they have gone through the necessary change, then they could be a responsible partner on the Black Sea, but that is a long way from now, and it'll never happen with the current government. But in the near term, it's about having the capability to ensure freedom of navigation. That means you can clear mines, and you don't have to have a lot of ships. I mean, we see now Ukraine has changed the nature, they have changed the character of naval warfare in enclosed seas. So that means drones, anti-ship missiles, those kinds of capabilities that would be necessary. And of course, good cooperation with Turkey, which controls the Bosphorus. The second thing is anti-ship missiles. I mean, the ability to reach out and hit a Russian ship from the shore. I think that is a real priority. And then the third thing is going to be air and missile defense. We've seen that Russia has no hesitancy to launch attacks against civilian targets. So Constanta, Galat, other critical infrastructure in Romania, these are going to be targets. So we need to make sure we're prepared to defend them from Russian missile strikes. The thing that NATO has not figured out yet is the right headquarters to be overall responsible for the Black Sea region. We have a NATO land command is in Izmir. You have a multinational corps and multinational division headquarters in Romania, but there is not one joint headquarters, which means air, land, and sea, that wakes up in the morning, that smells Black Sea air, that has a constant, unblinking eye on the Black Sea region. that integrates satellite, drones, ships, radar, all the different things. Somebody that has a perfect picture of what's going on in the Black Sea. Getting that headquarters in place, to me, is really an important task that needs to be accomplished.
All right then, thank you for this very interesting discussion, and before you conclude, if you want to share with us some thoughts on this edition of the Black Sea and Balkans Security Forum.
I have been to, I think, at least 5 times the Black Sea and Balkans Forum, and it's been so cool watching it just get better and better and better. This one is the biggest one I've seen, but it's also it has a level of sophistication that really is impressive, and so I'm proud of the whole New Strategy Center team that organized this, the logistics involved, great venue, and you can tell when you see who comes to it. I mean, I'm looking around at all the different people that are here. It's like, wow, this is at a different level than I've seen before.
No, thank you, General, for your kind words.
Thank you.